are live. Welcome to the show, people. I have Lou from the Bronx here joining me today. How you doing, Lou?
I am doing phenomenal. Thank you so much for having me once again on the program. Hello to everybody
Yeah.
in the chat. No Neckbone, Courtney. I can't see who else is in there right now, but hello and thank you for coming.
Yes, Bobby.
Anna.
Yeah, Anna was my sister. I gave it up. Anna's my sister.
Right.
She's very, very big supporter. Thank you guys. I have to start with like something that's like sad, but then we'll pick it up. I have to ask everyone, to keep the Hollis family in prayer. If you guys know Justin Hollis, he's the bird from The Bird and the Villain. He recently lost his sister-in-law. It's very tragic. She was very young. This really sucks. And he's going through some tough times. So guys, please keep him in your heart, thoughts, prayers. If you don't pray, just keep him in your heart and your thoughts. And also Haiti, Jesus.
Yeah.
Keep, lift Haiti up, y'all. Whatever y'all pray to, whatever deities, the universe, because Haiti has just been hit over and over and over and over and over again for like the past few years. They just don't get out of one and they're in another one. Right. But anyway, I'm not here to bring anybody's spirits down. I just, there's certain things that are on my mind and I just wanted to mention it. So, we're here to talk wrestling, right? Lou, you came to bring the sazon.
We came to bring the sazon, the Goya, the red, and the green.
And the green.
I like the green.
I like the way my mom cooks. So, and my sister, she's really good in the kitchen. But anyhow, before we get started, don't forget, people, if you're in the room, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And make sure you go to Twitter and follow Lou if you don't. And subscribe to his Everything podcast, which is on every single platform. All of the links will be available in the description once the show is over. So let's get started because we got so much to cover, my dude. But we're gonna start with
talk about.
There's a lot to fucking talk about. But we're gonna start with Dynamite, and then we're gonna take it to Rampage, yo. So let's start with this one.
What a show! What a show, man! What a show! I feel like I say that every week. Last week's show was good. It didn't blow me away, but this week's show was just. Right from the opening match, it was just non-stop fun. And what I love about Dynamite is they keep it moving. It's just, they do. I can't express how much I love that.
I absolutely love. I think it opened up with this one, didn't it? With the Texas Tornado match. I love that they keep doing new things. The only gripe that I have with AEW is that I want to see belts on people of color. That's it.
True.
That's it. They are diversifying the roster more, and I have a big feeling that Kiera Hogan is going to get signed. Please.
Yeah, I've noticed this week that there seems to be some kind of like, there's this, I had to block this dude. His name is like All Elite White Wrestling or something, and it's like, I never even like, yo, I'm a person of color, you're a person of color. Yes. I've never really thought about that before. Mm-hmm. I've never watched Dynamite and been like, damn, where the Puerto Ricans at? Like I've never felt like that. So I don't like, I guess that there's people who do, and I can understand that they want to see more people of color, but it's like, dude, AEW has mad people of all races and creeds in their roster.
It is diversified, extremely diversified. That's why I say belts, because they do have diversity. The
one thing I will say is that I really and finally he was on TV this week. I need more Scorpio Sky. Like if you're gonna start diversifying things, start with Scorpio Sky. Start
and Will Hobbs
more in the mix. Absolutely.
Will Hobbs is such a powerhouse in the ring, and it's so crazy because I feel like he had more airtime before he got signed. Right. And now we don't ever see him, and he's amazing in the ring. And I know why we haven't seen Ricky Starks, so he's just coming off of injury. But, I'm not complaining in that aspect at all. I love AEW. Anybody that knows me already knows. When I critique them, it's from my heart. So it's the only thing that I want. That's why I'm like shooting for pride and proud and powerful to get the belts. And then at some point, get a belt on Thunder, put a belt on Jade, I got it all. I got it all figured out. I got it all. Oh, and I agree with No Neck Bone Tone. He says he just needs someone to give Hook a haircut.
No.
I agree. Hook is Taz's son, y'all. If y'all don't know.
That shit is so dope.
It's like
that shit is so dope, man. I love that shit. I love that crazy hair, man. That shit is so dope.
That's your opinion. That's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it just looks it's so messy and unkempt, and it like looks so different. It's like, nah, I don't want to see him get like a baldy or look like anybody else. Like, that's his thing, bro. That shit looks super dope.
I have an idea. Shave the sides just a little bit, just down here. Do something with it, because right now it looks like he literally gets up from bed and goes.
Yeah, that shit's dope though. That shit is Gucci though.
He's taking bed hair to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
What you think about this match?
So listen, Sting. I don't know what Sting does as far as how he maintains what he does, his cardio, how much weightlifting he's doing. But God bless that man. I don't know if y'all know, he is 62 years old. Sting is 62 years old, and he's out there going through tables.
Okay.
Trying to keep up with these little young cats running all up and down the ring, and he's still holding it down. So, as far as that match,
yeah.
I can't say enough about that match. That match had me super hyped.
I was shocked, actually. I'm a big fan of Sting. I like Darby. My sister is a big fan. Anna is a big fan of Sting and Darby. She absolutely loves them together. I didn't know what to expect because I'm not really up on 2.0. I don't really know them. I realized they just became elite today. So 2.0 is now part of AEW. But I don't know much about them. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I didn't know what to expect. And the match itself, I was like, now this is how you fucking open. This was amazing. It absolutely blew me away. And like you said, Sting didn't just go through a table. He popped back up. He just went, pop. Like, I didn't just go through a table, motherfuckers. You didn't just see that. Exactly. Anna is saying the way he sprang up. Absolutely. Like, that crowd was like, oh!
Yeah, that shit was super dope, man. I popped for that big time. As far as 2.0 goes, like I saw that they got signed. I'm super happy for those guys, man. I think Matt has a kid on the way, like any day now. Like his girlfriend or wife is gonna pop. So it's like super dope. It's super dope that like dude lost his job and then like now he's got some security. And not even that, it's just those two guys. Like I loved Everrise in NXT. That was like one of my favorite things. They never got on TV much. But I would watch 205 Live if they were on there because they were that entertaining. So,
wow,
I like them a lot, and it's really cool to see them get on. From what I understand, they have like a lot of respect backstage as far as because they worked a lot of independents. So all those guys know them. That's why Eddie and Mox are like working with them because like they've known them for years. So I think it's super dope that they got signed.
I think that's cool. And thank you for giving that little bit of background because I honestly didn't really know anything about them. Obviously looking forward to seeing what they can do. But if you're saying that they're cool, then I believe you and I'm going to watch them. I'm going to go backwards. Let's go to this one because there's a two-part to this. Let's start with what happened. What you mean? Oh my God, Sammy got engaged.
That's dope,
I'm a girl, so every now and then I get girly. Cool, you can ask my husband. I was there, and I was like, when he was in the ring, and Pam was in there, I immediately was like, he popped in the question. Is it gonna happen? Finally. And when he went in his pocket, I was like, I didn't hear a word he said. I didn't hear nothing he said. Nothing. I just knew he was asking her to marry him. And I watched Sammy's vlog religiously. So I was like waiting for this. So congrats to Sammy and congrats to Pam.
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's super dope. Like I don't know her. I've never seen her before this happened because like we were talking off air. There's so much content that like I can't watch everything. So I don't really watch too many of the vlogs. Yes, like everybody has one, and it's almost impossible to like watch it all. But I thought that was cool, man. I don't know. Some people were like complaining about, it's cheesy or whatever. Hey, bro, love is love. I thought that was super dope, man.
I think it was genuine. Sammy, he's been with her for a very long time, since they were teenagers. They've been together. And his vlog is literally one of the vlogs I watch religiously because it's really good. It's hilarious. It's how you got to know, or how most of us got to know and love Fuego, which is another thing that happened. We'll talk about it later, but because that's part of Rampage. But yeah, so this match, I knew Sammy was going to win because it was in Houston, his hometown.
Yeah, he was at home. I kind of feel bad for Shawn Spears, but at the same time, like this match was bonkers.
It's great.
The only problem that I have is sometimes like for instance, that springboard 450 or whatever the hell he hit.
630,
like a 630 or a 720 or a 980.
It's a whatever it is. It is a 6 something that I know.
It's whatever that shit is. It looked like nuclear. So when people kick out of those things, I kind of get like, I'm like, all right, dude, like that should have been it. Like that shit should have fucking finished the match. I get that they're trying to make Shawn Spears look like stronger by kicking out of those things, but I think sometimes they get into a habit of kicking out of too many things. Yeah, it's a little too much sometimes.
I knew they were going to go. They were going to pull all the arsenals out of the bag. And I knew the reason why they were doing it. Well, I assumed. I know now that I was right. It's because MJF was going to beat Jericho. And that was going to be huge. But they also wanted Sammy to get a huge pop because he was in Houston. So they were going to let him. And Shawn Spears being a trainer also, because he has his own gym and he's also a trainer, he likes to see the younger dudes get these pops. And as you know, Sammy and MJF are part of the future of AEW. Obviously, they're the younger guys. You know, they're going to be the title holders in the future and probably in the very near future. But I believe this is why they let him pull all of his moves out. And you'll notice that a lot of these older guys, when they are wrestling with the younger dudes, or at least it's how it seems to me, they do let them get out a lot of their moves and show off. You know, Shawn Spears and a QT Marshall, they're the guys that are going to take all those bumps for you and put you over. Right. Shawn Spears is so underrated, y'all. I love Shawn Spears. I love Shawn Spears. Man.
You know what's funny about him is that when he was in the I'm not even gonna say that on the other program, like he looks smaller. Like I didn't realize he's huge. Like he's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
But when he was like Ty Dillinger, I never saw him like as one of those guys. Like he was okay to me, but I didn't really think that he was anything all that special. But dude, in AEW, he's super stepped it up as far as his gimmick, his promo, his character, and his ring work is excellent.
Yes, I love the chairman gimmick, everything about it. It's a great fit for him, the Pinnacle. And obviously now that Jericho has lost to MJF, the Pinnacle is on top. This was the 5th labor of Jericho, people. This was the main event. We're not going in order. We're going however we want.
That's what we do.
That's what we're doing. We throw a little bit of sazon, adobo, you know.
That's right.
But this was actually a really good match. You have to give it up to Jericho. This man's 50. He wrestled every single week, and these were brutal matches every week. And he showed up. And I knew, well, I didn't know, because in my predictions, I said it really could go either way, and I really didn't know. Like, I thought, you know, it made sense for MJF to win because they're building him up and whatnot. But I just didn't know, like, if they would give Jericho that loss, and they did. So this pretty much makes me feel like Jericho is really hanging up the boots, and Inner Circle is really going their separate ways now. And I think that's why Proud and Powerful is going to get their belts. Sammy's going to go after that TNT belt. MJF is probably going to go after that AEW belt. Not saying that they're all going to get the belts, but I'm saying I feel like this is the trajectory. What do you think?
Yeah, so the only thing I was sure about in this match was that MJF was not going to lose 1, 2, 3. So what I thought was going to happen was that some interference, some kind of shenanigans were going to happen, and it was going to be a DQ, and they were going to have the match at the pay-per-view. That's what I thought that it was going to happen. That's what I thought was going to happen, because you think after 5 weeks of build-up, you want to have the match at the pay-per-view. Right. But, dude, when he tapped out, yes. I was throwing shit. I was just like, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was just like, when is the last time that I don't even remember ever seeing Jericho tap out to anything?
I've
at all.
never seen Jericho tap out. I have to be honest. I have never seen Jericho tap out. I wasn't expecting him to tap.
I was gonna look it up to see like when he actually tapped out, and I didn't bother because I was just like, I know it's gonna be decades probably since he's tapped out to somebody.
I thought he was going to pass out. I thought he was going to pass out.
Right?
Pass out lost because there's no way Jericho was going to tap out, but he tapped out. And so I tweeted that he was the GOAT killer because obviously Randy Orton is known as the Legend Killer. Is this correct? So yes, I didn't want to get like a trademark infringement. So
all props to Jericho, man. A lot of people think that he's like a diva and he's wants the spotlight and all that shit. Dude, he put over MJF in the best possible way that he could, bro. Tapping out in the middle of the ring clean. Like
yes.
There's no clearer way to lose a match than that. Like
at all.
No, nothing.
He put him over all the way, and he did it on purpose. He's been working on MJF since the beginning. He's also helped Sammy a lot. You know, Jericho's really good on the mic. A lot of people don't know. He tends to go out of his mind. Like, he just improvs it, you know, and it's so seamless. You know what I'm saying? So
Jericho is a treasure. Like, Jericho has a way to get things over.
Mm-hmm.
That like he got a sparkly jacket over. He got a scarf over. He got, I don't know how old you guys in the chat are. He got Ralphus over. He used to have this dude named Ralphus in WCW that was like a roadie. It's a big fat old roadie guy. He would like walk with him to the rink, and his name was Ralphus, and he got that over.
He got him over.
He got all these catchphrases over with the list of Jericho and the freaking when he would say what was this freaking catchphrase that he used to say all the time, and I can't remember. He's done so many different things that it's like, and he's got them all over. It's like,
yeah,
but
he got the Midas touch. He got the Midas touch.
He's really top five. I don't want to hear any different.
Everything he touches turns to gold. Now, that doesn't mean you have to agree with all of his political choices, right? Because this is pretty much where people are hating on him, but I don't care.
I try not to get into that.
I don't get into that. Y'all already know me. I keep it just wrestling for the most part. I don't really like to get into those things. You know, I know what he's doing. I see what he's doing with the wrestlers, and people really like him. He's a smart dude. And he's definitely doing this because I feel he is getting ready to just move into more of just a commentator role, which he's excellent at. So, hey, we don't even got to really sit on this. It was a great match, but
this is another one of those things where like that finisher when Luchasaurus threw
Matt Jackson over, and
when he threw him and into that should have been.
That's their finisher. That finisher should have been sick.
How do you kick out of that?
Apparently, you can. Nobody's kicked out of the one-winged angel, though.
Yeah, but that's like the one move that's like always protected,
sacred,
always will be for some reason. But dude, that was
that's
great
sick,
match. Right? But it's like at some point, you know, they have to figure something out with that because eventually you're gonna run out of moves, bro. Once everybody's kicking out of everything, eventually you're gonna run out of moves. You're gonna have to start shooting people to this shit. It's ridiculous, dude. Like that, there's no way that shouldn't have been a finish.
But when they did that move, I was like, "What a waste! What a waste!" Because I knew.
Like, it's exactly, and it's like you see something like that, and you're like, "That would be a kick-ass finish to a match," and it like gets wasted because you're kicking out of it.
Yeah, and they have finished other people with that move, but because this was for the belts and everybody knew, you know, people do not like what they were wearing. I am there with you guys. I think what they were wearing was crap too. I did not like those outfits.
Yeah, they purposely the Young Bucks do things like that purposely.
It is on purpose.
Obnoxiously. They say shit obnoxiously to purposely poke at like the smart marks out there who hate them, and I
love it.
It's to me it's funny.
It's funny to me too.
I'm in on the like, you know, on the rib. Like I know why they're doing it. and it's like they're never gonna stop. They're never gonna stop doing it.
I
So
love
it's
it.
just funny.
I check their bios to see what new bio because So for you guys who don't have Twitter, the Young Bucks have their Twitter feed is just a Young Bucks tweet, so handle. So it's not like Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson have their own. It's literally the Young Bucks, and they change their bio every day, or almost every day, especially when they have a match.
Yeah, when something happens in the wrestling world, you'll see them post new bio, and it's something related to what's going on.
They did have feathers in their hair. This match I was excited for only because Thunder Rosa was in it. I mean, Penelope Ford's all right, but I feel like there were other choices that could have been picked to go up against Thunder.
Yeah, when's the last time Penelope was on TV? I think she just came back, no? Because she was out for a while.
I have not seen her
in a long time. So I think she had just come back. And what a way to come back, getting your ass kicked by Thunder Rosa. That's
Thunder Rosa. When Thunder Rosa, first of all, I predicted, obviously, when I found out that this match was happening, I'm like, oh, obviously Thunder's winning. There's no way that she's going to lose. When she came out with the Texas gear, I was like, oh, Penelope's one down.
Thunder's dope, man.
Love Thunder.
I can't say enough good things about her, man. Her ring work, her character, her ring gear is always on point. Everything. She always has dope ass ring gear. She's super cool with her fans, dude. Like, I just I love her, man. She's fucking awesome. I love watching Thunder Rosa matches.
Yes, and from somebody who's seen her live, when you see how small she really is, you're like, holy moly. But she's so nice. She is so humble, and she is so for the fans. I can't even tell you. She'll make time. You could tell that she's tired, that she's been at this all day and whatnot. It's the end of the show. It's 11, 12 o'clock and midnight, and she's making time for her fans. So I'm a total mark for Thunder. She can do no wrong in my eyes, ever. Never. So okay, so let's move to Rampage. Real quick. Rampage opened up the very first show last Friday, and it opened up with the Impact Championship belt match, which was Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega. Holy shit, I was shocked. First of all, I knew Christian Cage was going to get the belt. Mm-hmm. That was what I predicted.
I don't know why I had the same feeling. I was like, he's gonna win. He's gonna win the belts, and I couldn't give a reason why, because obviously Kenny's been like on fire. He's been on a tear.
Yes.
And I for some reason I was like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. For some reason, Christian's winning this shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but he's winning this. And dude, that was one of the biggest. Like I've had some pretty. I'm not the biggest Christian fan. I think he's fine.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Just that finish, it's not often that I jump up and mark out like a little fanboy, but I was like, I freaked out. Like I was so happy for him, dude. I'm like,
is he doing the kill switch? He's doing the kill switch on the chair. Kenny goes down.
I've said, well, I don't know if it was on this podcast, but I've said that I hate that finisher. I think it looks like shit. Like every time I see him grab somebody and he's like, it's like,
are you in the right position?
I'm like, why are you letting this guy push you in that shit, bro?
Like, fight him, kick him.
Yeah. With this shit, bro.
Dude, kayfabe it. You gotta pretend.
Yeah, you gotta pretend. Like twisting your arm and letting you turn you around.
Hey. It's the same thing like the people that do the hand grab, I'm going to walk on the rope, and you hold my hand. Like Jungle Boy does one of those. I know Ray Phoenix does one of those. I know Murder Hawk does one of those. I mean, all you got to do is be like, don't touch me. But no, they keep it up like, where are you going? What's happening? You got to kayfabe it.
Suspension.
Yep. Like, oh my God. I know that's not going to be an arm drag. No way. What's gonna happen? I love it though. I love it.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing Christian tonight on Impact. It's gonna be very interesting to see. I think he's wrestling Brian Myers tonight for the belt. So.
Wow! He's gonna be defending his Impact Championship.
I think he's defending against Brian Myers. So that's gonna be cool. But I'm more curious to see like how it's gonna like. Is he just gonna be on Impact for now, or?
Yes.
I mean, I doubt it because he
No.
basically gave that speech about I'm gonna take your other belt and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
guess he's
yeah.
doing double duty.
He's definitely losing the belt. I mean, I haven't done my predictions or anything for All Out, but he's not getting the AEW belt. So
no. That's not gonna happen.
That's why they gave him the Impact belt.
Yeah.
Because they knew they weren't giving him the AEW belt. So the next match that happened was amazing because it was almost like a squash match. But it's what happened after the match that mattered. And first of all, I have to say Miro is a fucking amazing because first of all, I'll repeat myself. I know there's people that are going to be like, oh, why is she saying that? The best thing that happened to Miro was Kip having to be out for a while because Miro is shining in a way that I have never seen. He is by far my favorite TNT championship till this date. I did love Brody as a TNT champion. I think he would have been great if he would have been able to hold the belt, and what happened didn't happen. But Miro is amazing, and he puts over these young guys like so over. Let's not forget Lee Johnson, y'all, versus Miro. Obviously, he wasn't going to win the belt, just like we knew Fuego wasn't going to win the belt. But how many moves did Lee Johnson get out on Miro? He let him get all his arsenal out on him. He took everything and he sold every move. And then with Fuego, he hit him with 3 tornado DDTs. He took all 3 of them and
Fuego went in for the kill. Like, he was not fucking around. He was like, listen,
I got one chance.
You gonna get this work. You might beat my ass, but you gonna get this work. He hit him with those tornado DDTs. I was actually like, oh shit, wait, what's going on here? Are they gonna like what?
Before
what's
the belt.
happening?
Yeah, it was great.
A cool swerve. It was a cool swerve with the fact that if you win, you get signed, because usually when they do stuff like that, it's he rolls up somebody and wins. So it's like, wait a minute, are they gonna like
let him get the TNT belt?
On Fuego? Like, what the fuck? Like, are they gonna do this? But then Miro woke up.
Let me tell you.
And Miro does what he does. Miro,
he made him tap.
Miro is probably one of my favorite things going right now, period, in all of wrestling.
Yes.
I love this Redeemer shit.
I love it.
Redeemer shit is so dope. It's so fly.
He has the best lines. I love my life and my double jointed wife.
He did that promo with the smoke behind him, and he had that fucking Bloodsport jacket on.
Yes.
Bloodsport letters from. I was like, yo, he's killing this shit. Like, he's killing this shit. Because Miro's problem is that he's not that good, like, live in front of, when he's going back and forth with another person, he's not that good. Because he tends to go into like, oh, really? You think you're gonna beat me? Haha. Like, but those solo promos that he can like knock out, he's phenomenal with those.
He's amazing because they recorded, so he gets to do them and they come out great. But it was amazing. It was amazing when it was over. Well, before the match started, I swear it was like 5 minutes before the match started, or a few minutes before the match started. I tweeted, "Fuego's gonna lose, but I bet TK comes out and still gives him a contract." And I literally tweeted that before the match started, and it happened pretty much just that way. The only thing I didn't imagine was that also Sammy was going to be the one coming out and actually letting him know. He said on the vlog, Fuego said on the vlog, legit did not know he was getting a contract. He was not signed. He said they told him, because people were like, well, what the hell made you stay in the ring? Because usually when you lose a match, the one that stays in the ring is the winner. So why did you stay in the ring? And they were like, because they told him before the match started, like, when your match ends, stay in the ring. We're going to run over some videos and we're going to go to commercial. So that's why he stayed in the ring. And he was getting ready to leave because he thought, oh, we're going to commercial. But then when he heard Sammy's music, he said it hit him as soon as he heard Sammy's music and he saw him come out with TK, he knew already.
So what I thought was going to happen was, I thought that when Sammy came out, I thought that he was going to come out, tell him he signed or whatever, and I thought Miro was going to come back and just destroy both of them, and that would set up Miro and Sammy. That's what I was waiting. I was like, all right, this feel good shit. Okay, Fuego.
Yeah. Nope.
Miro back out. I thought he was gonna come back out and get it, but I was like, oh, they actually like did a little, a sweet moment. That was actually pretty cool.
They weren't gonna ruin that part for Fuego. No way.
That shit would have given Miro so much heat, bro.
Yes.
Like, they would have been throwing shit at Miro. Like, hey, you bastard! How dare you?
Courtney seems to think that would have. Courtney says it would have been great if Miro would have done that. They weren't gonna ruin that sweet moment, though. They weren't gonna ruin it.
Just because I thought that would be a perfect way to set up Sammy and Miro. That would have been a perfect way to set that up.
That's true. And maybe this is still going to be a way to set him up, because Miro did say after that he was not happy with that. Yeah. So this is not over. It's not over. They might touch on it again. And then the main event for Rampage was Red Velvet versus Britt Baker for the belt, which we all knew that Britt Baker wasn't going to drop the belt. She was in Pittsburgh, which was Pittsburgh. Yes, DMD. And either way, though, it was a great match. I love Red Velvet. I think that she just gets better every time.
Yeah, her ring work has improved dramatically. Everything she does looks good. Yes. She doesn't do anything sloppy. She knows what she can do. Yes. Unfortunately, there was about 0 chance of her winning.
Less than 0. Less than 0.
The crowd, again, it's like Britt Baker is supposed to be a bad guy, and she does nothing but get cheered. Like, it doesn't matter what she does, she's just gonna get cheered. And at home, it's gonna be even worse. So it was like this poor girl had no chance to do anything.
Chance. Britt Baker is a heel that people cheer for. She could be like, Tony, you're an ass. Like Tony Schiavone, you're an ass. Yeah. Like all you dumb people. They just love her. There's just nothing she can say that pisses them off. They love her, and there was no way that she was going to go to Pittsburgh, which is what she named it, Pittsburgh, and lose. No way. But even still, they still didn't make it a one-sided match. They both put up a great match. I loved it. And they main evented it. This is how Rampage ended, y'all. I love the 3-match, 1-hour deal. It is perfect.
Yeah, so dope. That was a great show, that Rampage. I was super impressed with their production and how they just match by match. Perfect.
It was great. The perfect amount of time for each match. It was great. Tomorrow is the second Rampage. We got Jade versus Kiera Hogan. We have Jurassic Express versus Private Party in a tag team eliminator tournament. What does that say? I can't see it. I'm blind.
That's the CM Punk hat.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about him. Yes, and Jon Moxley's going up against Daniel Garcia. So obviously, everyone thinks that CM Punk is coming out at the end of Rampage. I don't even got to ask you. You obviously are saying yes.
So I think he's going to open the show because
you think he's
Moxley is main eventing the show, so I don't think they're gonna have him beef with Moxley, or they could. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do.
I feel like he's coming out after Moxley, because the problem is CM Punk is absolutely so expected that if they bring him out in the beginning, everything after that is going to be like not big enough. You know what I mean? Like the momentum will start too high, and then everything else will just. So I feel like they need to build up to it, and
I think that if they start the show and it's Friday, you know what that means. Welcome to blah, 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 and then they just stay quiet for a second, and they have the crowd going, and it's just like an awkward couple of seconds of like, okay, what's happening? And then they hit that fucking cult of personality, dude. That building is going to explode in a way that I think they really want that. Okay, like I think they want to get that huge pop, and then he can come out and they can basically do anything. They can have MJF come out and fuck it up. They can have Darby come out, because I really don't know who they're gonna have him go up against.
Well, I don't think he's having a match tomorrow.
No, he's not gonna have a match. No,
okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, we're on opposite ends here. I think he's coming out the end. You think he's coming out the beginning. So I guess we're going to have to see.
We will see.
We will see. So who you got between, because I obviously Jade versus Kiera Hogan, it's going to be Jade. But that match is going to be beautiful. I can't wait to see. They're probably going to open with Jurassic Express versus Private Party. This is the one that has me a little stumped. I have Jon Moxley winning against Daniel Garcia, and I have Jade winning against Kiera Hogan. But Jurassic Express versus Private Party, I feel like they're going to give it to Jurassic Express, but I feel like Private Party is actually going to steal it because that's what the family
needs to win.
Does. They do, and I have them circled. I don't know if you can see the PP circled right there.
Oh, I see the PP.
The PP circled. So that's basically me saying that Private Party is going to win. But, maybe that's what I want in my heart. I like Jurassic Express, but
it's weird because they definitely need the win. And then it's like with Jurassic Express, like you can beat them, but you don't want to keep beating them. Like,
right.
You don't want to keep beating them, bro. Like, they're super over, but you can't just 2, 3, 4, 5 losses in a fucking row. You can't do it. So
right.
They have to get a win somewhere. So
yeah, but Jurassic
supposedly
Express
they just have a
Jurassic Express just went on
a tag team match.
Yeah, and they lost. So they're coming off of a loss. So will they lose? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Will they lose?
So yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna go with Private Party. And they're gonna cheat to win somehow.
Yeah,
they need to win big time. They need to win big time.
If they win, that's how they're gonna win. That's how I feel. It's gonna be by cheating. If Private Party wins, which is what I feel is gonna happen, they're definitely gonna win by cheating, and Matt Hardy's gonna have something to do with that shit. Or maybe
this Bobby. I'm sorry because I can't read.
Yes,
I'm blind, but I want to make sure I say his last name correctly.
Batito.
Bobby Batito is dropping bombs in this chat, okay? Because that right there, what he said, I would like to see Mercedes Martinez show up. You fucking right.
Bobby knows his stuff. Bobby is a big fan of women wrestling, and I feel that he knows a lot about talent. And he's always hitting me up on Twitter, telling me who he would like to see, who he thinks. And I always agree. I agree. And absolutely, Mercedes Martinez would be an amazing addition to AEW. I don't know what's happening there or if that's going to happen. I only heard rumors, so I can't say this is facts, but I heard that she had been given an offer from AEW and WWE, and she went with WWE. Does that mean that the AEW door has closed for her? I don't think so. Because Tony Khan is not like well, at least from what I see, because how do you really know somebody? But I'm just saying, like, from what we've seen and how he signs people, he seems to be really chill, cool, humble type of dude, like as humble as you can get as a billionaire, I guess. But but yes, there could be an opportunity that I would love to see her there. She is incredible. Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes would be an incredible addition.
Oh, you see how I said Bobby was dropping bombs? Now you done fucked up because he said Kiera Hogan is gonna beat Jade Cargill, bro.
No, he loves Kiera, but you never. You know what it is?
I love Kiera Hogan as much as the next guy, but she ain't beating Jade Cargill right now, bro.
But Bobby, you know why she's not gonna get beaten? You know why Kiera's not gonna win, Bobby? Is because AEW is building Jade up to be this powerful, dominant woman, and she can't lose. If Jade loses now, her entire persona of being that bitch is going to fade. It's too soon to put a loss on her. It has to be somebody that is up there and is kicking ass, and you will believe beat Jade. Do you know what I'm saying? So this going to be a while, in my opinion, before we see Jade take a loss. What do you think?
I mean, again, I could see Kiera in that role, but not right now.
Not right now.
Jade right now is she's on a hot streak. They're building her up for whatever they're building her up for, and whether that's a title shot or something else, I don't know. But Kiera's new. She's new to the company. She was just on Dark and lost twice. Like, she's not gonna now go beat Jade Cargill. You know what I'm saying? No,
she's not. But it's a big thing that they're putting her on national television.
Oh yeah.
So let's sign Kiera Hogan, y'all.
She's gonna get signed.
I love her. She's the hottest flame.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah, if they're putting her on the big show she's in against Sign, they'll probably put the graphic up like after Rampage tomorrow.
That's what I want. And this is the last thing because I know you're getting ready to go see Impact, y'all. Are the Young Bucks dropping the belts to Proud and Powerful Santana and Ortiz in Queens?
I would like to see that. So when is the next pay-per-view? Is it
September 5th?
And that's where, in Chicago?
That's in Chicago, I believe, yes. And it's 2 weeks prior or 3 weeks prior to the Queens show because I will be at the New Jersey one on September 15th. And it's the following week, September 20-something, that it will be in Queens. So we're talking 3 weeks later.
Wow.
So I'm feeling like they're going to have a major match as Young Bucks. They're going to have a major match at All Out against maybe FTR, and FTR is going to lose. And then Santana Ortiz, I'm hoping the match that we get in New Jersey is FTR versus Santana and Ortiz, so that sets them up with the actual win because they lost the last one against FTR. And then the following week, they're able to challenge the Young Bucks and Queens for the belts and get. Do you know?
Look at Maddie over here. She got the whole shit planned out. She got the whole. Look at you.
I love wrestling.
She got AEW booked through next month.
I got the women's belts booked through 2022.
Wow.
Do you want to hear real quick? So it's gonna be so we got Britt Baker. Then we're going to have Thunder. Then Jade is going to take it. And then Chris Statlander is going to take it off of Jade.
Ooh, wow. Oh my
that's
God.
That's a heel to face. Jade, wow. Do you know how amazing that's going to be in 2022 when Jade already has like 2 years wrestling?
Bro, Jade with Chris versus Chris Statlander for the title. That will be.
And Chris Statlander getting it off of Jade. That's how over that you getting it off of Jade will get her. So anyway, that's happening. I said it here. Mark my words. We'll play it back when it does happen. We're like, what did I say? Mm-hmm. But anyway, y'all, this has been an amazing show. Thank you, Lou, for joining the podcast collaboration queen, Top Rope Squishy. We're here opening up the forbidden doors of podcasts and letting podcasts in because I feel that, divided we fall and together we grow. I know it's a twist on the famous line, but I do feel that if you support each other, you grow faster.
Oh yeah, absolutely, all day.
So people, before you leave, if you haven't hit that like button, say hi. Hit that like button. Hi, DJ Storms. It's okay. You came late. It's all good. And please make sure you go and you follow Lou from the Bronx on Twitter and check later, maybe probably tomorrow. The links will be in the description for his podcast. It's called the Everything Podcast, where he literally talks about everything. It's so much fun. It's very calm. So people, I hope you had a great time. Thank you for joining as always. And as Squisherdom always says, I'll be leaving you with a lot of love, a lot of peace, but above all, a lot of wrestling. Bye.